Hello everyone, if you've played Elden Ring, you've probably thought of some challenges that you could do. You might not have done them. Things such as how fast can I beat the game, pretty basic, and can I beat the game without dying? Now, I decided to test how fast I could get to Mohg in Elden Ring. Mohg is an optional boss. He's super hidden away. I don't know if that was the right wording. Anyways, he's way out of the way. He's one of the shard bearers, so he gives you a great rune, and he gatekeeps the DLC that will be coming out in 4 months. There's 2 strategies that you can use to get to him. One of them is going over halfway through the game and getting to a teleporter in a massive, optional, difficult area, which I'm not gonna do. But what kind of sparked this is that the first NPC you meet has a very easy, very fast questline that can get you straight to Mohg, and I don't actually have to beat the boss, because there's a way you can just jump off a cliff, despawn the area, and boom, he's dead. So, hope you enjoy the video. Let's go. I choose the Vagabond starting class, which is a dumb idea, but that's besides the point. I make a normal character, unlike my Bloodborne character. For some reason, I made it look normal, somewhat normal. Here's my Bloodborne character. Not very normal looking. But anyways, I choose the Crimson Amber Medallion because I need that health and I suck at the game. And that's why choosing Vagabond was a bad starting choice. Anyways, I run over to the first boss, and, I don't want to fight this one, so, I like jumping off cliffs in Elden Ring. Anyways, I mess around with my weapons for some reason. I'm not going to use any of the weapons I pick up other than the katana. I pick up a ton of weapons, and I just don't use them because they suck. I die like 10 times on Margit. Because again, I suck at the game. I haven't played in a while, alright? Anyways, I enter the open world, and there's Varré, the questline NPC that we need to be talking to. So I get this Lost Grace right here, and I exhaust his dialogue. He's telling us to go into Stormvale Castle and kill Godric the Grafted, which is the first of 2 shard bearers we'll get in this video, the other being Mohg. Anyways, I get the grace at the Church of Ella because I'm going to get those spirit summons. I don't care if it makes the game easier, I'm going to get them. I run over to the gate front, and I get the checkpoint. Sit down, talk to Melina so I can get the horse. Because Elden Ring isn't Elden Ring unless you have the horse. And it wouldn't be fast unless I had the horse. And I forget to immediately put the horse on, so it takes me a couple seconds, but it's not like I was trying to do this as fast as I could. It took me like 2 hours to do this. Anyways, I head over to the 3rd church so I can access the Dectus medallion pretty early. But yeah, this took me 2 hours. Speedrunners like Distortion or Geno Machino, they could do this in maybe 20 minutes, maybe even less. Anyways, got the 3rd church checkpoint, grab the flask upgrade stuff, and the physic flask, which I have not used to this day at all in any point in the game. I should probably use the physic flask, huh? Anyways, I start heading over to Fort Height. Coming up upon it now. get the checkpoint here for whatever reason. I guess it's just for safety, because the Blood Knight, he can kill you pretty easily. Luckily, I sneak right by him, and he doesn't notice me. Anyways, I go up the hill and grab the golden seed because I need those flasks. Again, I suck at the game. It's a lot of safety precautions. Anyways, jump on top of the chest to easily get the medallion. It saves like 2 seconds. Probably less than that, but I'm getting the spirit summons now. And I go back to the third church so I can teleport to Dragon Barrow. Now it's not to farm runes, although I could have killed Grail and the Knights Cavalry. Speaking of the Knights Cavalry, I haven't killed it before. People in speedruns, they always just make it jump over the edge of the bridge. I haven't killed it before, but hey look, it's nighttime, I'm in Dragon Barrow. So just watch this clip. I don't know how he jumped off. When I was trying to get him to jump off, he wasn't doing it. But when I was running away, he just jumps off the bridge. So yeah, this is a pretty easy boss to just break. You can see he's just running into the tree stump. Also thought I needed to mention I'm sorry about the bad microphone quality. I just don't have a good microphone. So it's gonna be a pretty bad microphone quality. My headset microphones are like horrid, absolutely horrid. And the best I can do is the DualSense microphone. So here we are. I almost jumped off there, jumping around like a maniac. Then he gets confused. This is easily the longest clip in this entire video. I split each recording into like 50 clips. But here we go. Whoa, he's dead. I'm just trying to I'm trying to get off of the bridge and onto the route, and he just dies. Anyways, I touch Melena's hand and go to the round table hold. I buy a bunch of weapons. As I said, I got a bunch of weapons that I didn't use at all. I go to the Twin Maiden Husks and buy like 2 weapons, or maybe just 1, and then the 2 armor pieces. I visited a few merchants. I got some extra swag beyond the Mohg robes. Sorry, beyond the Mohg robes, because just the robes looked weird. I level up a bunch because, hey, this dude just gave me 40,000 runes, might as well use them. I think I got the right stats to use the great sword there. Anyways, I jump up, make my way through the graveyard, get a couple rune items, go behind the miner tree, which I didn't know you could do until, well, like a couple months ago, to be fair, but when I was running through the early game, I just climbed up a route like it was Skyrim. But no, there's just a spirit spring there, and I'm at Fort Faroth now. I don't kill Grail, because that's not what I'm here to do. Get poisoned on the way up the ladder, because the bats like to do that for some reason. Not even sure if they qualify as bats, they're just weird. Anyways, I jump on the chest again to do that, and I warp out, because the bats are angry at me. Go back to Stormgate, run up, run through, and I just run my way over to the Castleward Tunnel site of Grace. Get stuck in that tree somehow. Here's me getting the katana after dying like 10 times, me leveling up to actually be able to use the katana. And now I go back to Margit. And of course I summoned the wolves and Roger for most fights. This one I didn't for some reason. I was just like, hey, the summon doubles his health. But as you can see, that doesn't matter. I'm just bad at the game. And it doesn't help that I chose Vagabond. But anyways, he's almost dead. I'm like, oh no, kill him. And then we do it. Didn't take too long. Took like 10 minutes. Maybe less. Probably less than 10 minutes. But I make my way up to Stormvale Gate. Or just Stormvale itself. I kill Gostock because he scams you. Look at this. Boom. And I open the gate with him. Get a perfect dodge on the first ballista. I make my way, quote unquote, past the Chimera. He kind of doesn't care. I mean, I do get it past him, but he does get alerted to my position, so I have to rest. This is just for safety. I could easily just run through, but right here there's the firebolts, which I am very skeptical towards, but I do it on my first try. Run through all the forces. I hate this dude. He has a little turd dog behind him, and he just kicks you if you try to dodge past him. The dog shows up. I don't actually die, I run out. And I run past the Stormhawks. I don't think they're called the Stormhawks. I don't remember. They're like raptors. But I talk to Nepheli so I can get a summon for Godric. Thinking of it, Stormvale has a bunch of enemies that I kinda just hate. But anyways, I get Nepheli to help me. And then I make my way to the Grace right next to Godric. Anyways, I think this is the only clip I left. I got a lucky bleed. I died a few times before this, but I got a lucky bleed and hammered him to death. Now we're in Liurnia. That was kind of suspicious right there, but we're in Liurnia. Go back to Limgrave, talk to Varré. He tells us to talk to the big hand fingers in the round table, so we do that. Well, we don't really talk to the fingers, we listen to the old woman yap. Now we're back in Liurnia. I grab as many whatever they're called. They're the amount replenished things. The sacred tears, I think that's what that read. I get the Lost Grace next to the Rose Church where Varré is right now. Then I get the Grace next to Raya Lucaria so I can start making my way to Altus as soon as I can. I get the Glintstone Academy key because I know where it is and I don't need the map, which isn't much of a flex, but here we go. Loop around, talk to Varré. Tells me to invade people with the festering bloody fingers. He gives me 5. You only need to invade 3 times. There's the NPC invader up north. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier or not, but you only need to invade 3 times. You don't have to win. If you do win, then of course it's only 1 time. I'm pretty sure I did mention this, but anyways, I make my way up to Bellum Highway North, and I stop by the Bellum Church for a flask tier upgrade thing, sacred tier. Get the checkpoint at the Dectus lift for later, because I'm going to need it. Of course, go up the Dectus lift, then I am in Altus. This is pretty early on in the game. It's like maybe an hour into my playthrough. I did take a while in the early game, just wandering around, because I chose Vagabond. Do not choose Vagabond. Samurai is superior. Anyways, I go to this bridge so I can teleport over. Of course I do so, because that's the point of going to the bridge. Get the checkpoint under the bridge, and run over to the nearby ruins. I die once, check if it works. It doesn't work, so I die another time, and this is the 3rd time I die. And no armor, because it just makes it faster to die. He can just do his Lion's Claw attack, and you die immediately. That one right there, and I'm dead. Boom. So that's a very easy part. It has the most side items you need. You need the medallion for the lift, which are the halves are pretty far out of the way for this, but he gives me a sheet of cloth. Go to the Dectus lift, Grace, scooch past Sauron because he exists, go to the Frenzied Flame Village, and the one of the few, if not the only, dead maidens you can get the cloth bloodied from is in this church. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I mentioned this again, but you can just kill a female NPC, and I'm pretty sure that's how that works, just any female NPC. But I get invaded by Vike here. I don't feel like fighting Vike, because this place is a pretty tough place for this early in the game. So I quickly grab the tier, grab the Grace, and get the stuff from the corpse as fast as I can. Of course, there's like, there's a tire on the corpse, and you have to press it twice, but this dude, like, rolls the floor with me, because why wouldn't he? I got double madness, and I was already dead. Anyways, I go to the church, and now I'm able to go to the Mohg dynasty. So Varré does some weird staring thing to my hand. I know he's supposed to be like he's cutting my finger off, but it's still there. He's just staring at it. But anyways, he tells us not to use the emblem he gives us immediately. So naturally, we do, because that's how we work. Get the grace in Mohg, because now we are in Mohg's area. We go up to the cave, scurry through the cave with some scary dudes chasing us. There's a summon sign there that I didn't know was there until I was in this situation. I go up to the elevator. I may or may not have died trying to do the despawn glitch, so you will see some runes left over, but I just made a seamless cut here for some reason. Anyways, activate the boss. I don't want to fight this dude. Goodbye. Boom. Probably can't tell where the cut is, but it's somewhere in there. The Mohg Dynasty Mausoleum. We're outside the boss room now. We can just go down the elevator. I've done a video on this before already. And I've done a couple streams on getting here through the snowfield route with the Pegasus glitch, which was patched out very early on. But I have the disc version of the game. Or at least the disc PS4 version. This is the PS5 version. So I can't downpatch it, but I jump here, there, jump everywhere. Again, you can see this all if you just watch the tutorial on it. Scurry around a little bit. Make my way to a hole in the ground. And just to recap what it is, you just double jump and swing your weapon to reset the falling timer that kills you. I sped this up a bunch. Speeding up in Share Factory, it's always steppy like this. It's not ever smooth, even if you choose the smooth option, but after a minute or so, boom, first round's dead. Wait a couple more seconds, boom, Demigod felled. So now, I have access to Landel. And I have access to over 600,000 runes and a farming spot. Pretty clutch. But yeah, I go and get the swag for the thumbnail, and that's the end of the video. So it took me like 2 hours to do it. And I'm gonna continue this until I beat the game from this head start, so see you next time.